'Twas many months after Christmas, when all through the mansion not a creature was stirring, all was to McDuck's satisfaction.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, one of many traps laid in the hopes that St. Nicholas they wouldn't snare.
The nephews were all snug in their beds, while visions of Legends of Legend Quest II danced in their heads.
And Webby in her war paint and Scrooge in his plaid had just settled in as winter comrades.
When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, St. Nick's at the door, what on earth could be the matter?
A broken leg and Christmas assailed. Join us for this new episode of DuckTales.
Life is like a candy cane here in Duckburg. Snowflakes present Santa's sleigh. It's a duckler. Might make bells jingle. Hard trapper's kringle. DuckTales. Christmas Eve we're out there making DuckTales. Tales of Christmas past and Yuletide DuckTales.
Welcome, listener. Here, come join us by the fire. We are traveling back in time to Christmas 2020
Yes.
in order to talk about this brand new episode of DuckTales. Definitely brand new.
Totally. Why else would I be wearing my Christmas earrings?
Same.
I don't rattle.
Excuse me. Jingle.
Jingle. Sorry.
Very important. But yes, today we are talking about Season 3, Episode 19, How Santa Stole Christmas. This episode was written by Colleen Evanson. The storyboards are by Sam King, Catherine Marusek, and Stephen Park. The story is by Frank Angonis, Madison Bateman, Colleen Evanson, Christian Magalhaes, and Bob Snow, and it was directed by Jason Zurich. Our single watch.
Wow. Can't believe it.
We've come so far, just the one watch now. Jingle Bellzino Gasoloni.
God.
Hey, it's another toy. Now for a little spice.
He is not present.
No.
And I think I'll make a fan cam if and when he doesn't show up. We are recording this. This is the last episode where we are recording before the finale airs on what day is that? March 15th?
March 15th, yes. Monday?
Yes. This is the last episode we're recording before the finale exists. And so maybe Benzino will show up.
We have 90 minutes
Yes.
in which he can show up.
Yes.
Left. If not, oh no. We failed.
Well, we'll get a fan cam out of it if he doesn't show
either
up.
way.
Now it is time for the game show within our podcast. Now it is time for Duck or False. Alright, Faby, for your holiday-themed Duck or False question. Duck or False? The DuckTales 1987 Christmas episode, Christmas in Duckburg, is about Scrooge forgetting it's Christmas Eve and having to resort to recruiting Launchpad to help him create the perfect Christmas to avoid disappointing his nephews and Webby. Meanwhile, Donald accidentally departs for shore leave in Duckburg, Sweden. He's racing against the clock and must travel halfway across the world to get home in time for Christmas.
I don't think this is real, but I don't know anymore.
Duck or false?
False?
False. I made it up.
Okay. Like, I can imagine it happening, but I don't think I've experienced this
Yeah,
episode.
completely false. I made up this episode title and premise.
Ooh.
Because
you should write for DuckTales.
I should. Like, I've watched every episode of DuckTales in 1987, and I'm like, what's a feasible plot?
Yeah.
And I had to make one up because DuckTales 1987 has no Christmas episode.
Oh. It doesn't,
It doesn't. I literally went in, I'm like, oh, think for this Ducker Falls. No problem. Let me just look up the DuckTales 1987 Christmas episode. Mm-hmm. Joke's on me, because there wasn't one.
Oh, no.
We got a St. Patrick's Day episode and two listeners, two Valentine's episodes.
Yeah.
But not
the Valentine's Day ones.
It's, Back to the Klondike and a DuckTales Valentine. That's the title of the episode. It took me way too long to remember that. It's the one with Aphrodite and Vulcan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No Christmas episode. It's boggling my mind now.
Yeah, that's so weird. Huh.
So weird. And the show does have a reference to Mickey's Christmas Carol. This was a potential Ducker Falls question. In Mickey's Christmas Carol, there's a scene where Scrooge runs from Bob Marley's ghost, and he locks all the doors. He locks all the locks on his door. Mm-hmm. And it's this very distinct animation where he's locking everything. He has to press with his foot on the last latch. Mm-hmm. And there is a scene in the DuckTales episode, Nothing to Fear, where he locks his front door in exactly the same way.
It's so close.
At the closest we got to a Christmas episode, it was them referencing Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Which is very good.
It is very good. I think, well, on that note, I guess, speaking of Christmas specials.
Yeah.
If you have a favorite Christmas special that you like to watch every year or recently.
Yeah. Yesterday, because it's Christmas season.
Yes. Of course, sorry, yes.
I think, like, since childhood, it's been the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Fuck, yes.
Like, I love that movie. And then recently, I like watching Muppets Christmas Carol with you. That's a fun tradition.
Thank you. I think a tradition as of now 2 years old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, I don't know, I'm someone that, I just think I get really scared of the Grinch animation as a kid. Like, I don't like the faces he pulls.
It's the, what's the animator? It's the famous animator guy.
Yeah.
It's not Mick Call. Come on.
Chuck Jones.
Yes. Chuck Jones, yes.
Yeah.
He has that very distinct style that you see a lot in Looney Tunes, like with, I forgot the fucking rabbit's name.
Bugs Bunny.
I forgot his fucking name. It disappeared from my mind. Completely vanished.
Oh, no.
Lord.
But anyways, yeah, so I was scared of the animated version.
That's fair.
But I would say that the Jim Carrey version is weirder. But I liked it a lot more.
So weird. It's Jim Carrey. He eats glass.
The scene where he, like, sews over his fingers, it, like, creeps me out every time. But, I mean, I don't know. The story's fun. I like the additions. I like the tragic backstory that they give the
like
Grinch.
Tragic, quote unquote, because he's a horrible little gremlin thing.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, so growing up, we watched the Rankin Bass Christmas special. So the stop motion, the Year Without a Santa Claus Coming to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, those fun ones.
Yeah.
Just Frosty the Snowman. We watched those growing up.
I hate Rudolph, by the way.
Oh, I hate him. Yeah, I know, I hate him. Yeah, I hate him now, obviously. I hate the fucking song. That and Frosty are my least favorite Christmas songs.
Yeah, I don't like... I think it's just Rudolph.
That's totally fair.
How dare you introduce this new hit song and tell me that, like, I remember. Like, no, you were inventing this creature. Don't tell me that I remember.
God. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Obviously, Tim Allen is
garbage.
Yes, thank you. I don't know, like, we watch Christmas shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, Muppet Christmas Carol. When I was younger, I did not like it. I don't know what it was. And I loved everything Muppets. Back when Netflix would send you the DVDs, I watched the Muppet movie. I was probably the only person watching the Muppet movie in, like, when was this? 2009.
Yeah.
Constantly renting it. But yeah, Muppet Christmas Carol. I did not appreciate its pure, sheer genius until about 5 years ago. And it's amazing. It is my favorite Christmas movie. And
it's so good.
My favorite rendition of Christmas Carol. It's the most accurate, which is amazing.
Yeah, like, I love the Mickey one.
Yes.
It's nice, it's
great.
Short, it's cute, yeah. I'm making, Goofy,
some people don't like the choice of Goofy as a boy. Is he Bob? Is he...
Bob.
He's Bob?
Yeah,
Bob Marley, right?
No.
Or...
No,
Robert.
because I think Bob Marley is the...
Right, because I know Muppet Christmas Carol had to create two of them.
Yeah, and I think Bob Marley is the joke.
Yes. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So is he Robert? Jacob! It's Jacob Marley!
Jacob.
There we go.
Yeah, Jacob Marley.
Yes.
I love it. I like
it.
It's inspired.
Yeah, it's like, let Goofy branch out.
Yeah.
Let him be evil sometimes.
Scrooge, don't you recognize me? I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Mickey's Christmas Carol is so weird. It's this in-between before all the voices became the current ones. Like, it's a year between. Like, it's the last time Clarence Nash voiced Donald. And it's some of it is really rough.
Yeah.
So it's literally right before Tony Anselmo took over. And it's obviously been Tony Anselmo for the last 30 years. Yeah. It's I'm not sure who's Goofy. It's not Bill Farmer. I'm not sure if it's the so obviously Bill Farmer was obviously in Goof Troop. He was Goofy there. I'm not sure if Goof Troop was when he took over. That would have been like 92. So it's a different voice for Goofy. It's not the Goofy voice we've known for everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like even like Mickey is an old Mickey. And then I'll say it's the first time Alan Young voiced Scrooge. Yeah. And it's my favorite performance of Alan Young as Scrooge. It's really good. It's
fun.
It's really fun, and like he's like really putting his all into this voice. It sounds so good. All the jokes, and it's very punchy. It's very good.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Merry Christmas!
And a Merry Christmas to you, Master Fred.
Bah, humbug.
And of course, we see Mickey crying over the grave of his son.
Fun time.
Classic.
The I love Pete.
That was the
over
next fucking thing I was gonna say.
Yeah, as everyone knows, Anne and I have the same thoughts.
Yes, we think the same things within seconds of each other.
Yeah, and the visuals are beautiful.
Yes.
But like I don't know, Muppets is just a little bit better.
It is. I think obviously it's longer. They have more to do in that time.
Yeah.
But I mean, a big part of it is Michael Caine's Scrooge. He plays it so straight.
Yeah, I love that.
It's so great.
The last time we watched it, we were very discussing every little action he does because it's so good.
It's
his
so good.
choices.
Just so he played it so straight. This isn't like Tim Curry in Treasure Island, which is also very good. But it's obviously it's Tim Curry in Muppets Treasure Island. He's hamming it up. He's having a good time. Michael Caine is playing this he's surrounded by human co-stars. And it adds so much. And then Rizzo and Gonzo as the narrators is inspired.
And Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more.
And Tiny Tim?
And Tiny Tim? who did not die.
Oh, isn't that swell?
This is a Muppet podcast now. We're just talking about Muppet Christmas Carol now.
I will say, which is the ghost that I hate? It's the past one, right?
Like the fucking baby doll floating in water.
I'm just like, why?
Yes, when I was younger and watching Muppet Christmas Carol for the first time, I stopped watching because of the past spirit.
Yeah.
The Ghost of Christmas Past freaked me out so much. I was like, what the hell am I watching? And I stopped. But I was a coward.
Yeah. You just gotta push through it.
You get used to her weird, unfeeling, unmoving face.
It's like it's like a porcelain face, and I assume it was filmed underwater to get like the wispiness.
I think that's how they did it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like, why?
When he has to grab her little doll hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no. That's a little doll's hand.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That is the end of our recap of our Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yep.
Wait, what episode are we watching? Christmas.
Christmas. We didn't even mention title is obviously a reference to The Grinch.
Yes. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, yes. Thank you. I would not have remembered that. So thank you. Much like our episode started with a parody of A Visit from St. Nick, so too does this episode.
Yeah. It's, I was going to say beautiful, but it's not that.
It's not. It's Della's spin on the classic poem about how Scrooge is lying in wait for Santa Claus, who's called like a winter invader.
Yeah.
And a
traitor.
Teetotaling traitor? I mean, a teetotaler is someone who doesn't drink alcohol.
Oh.
But they did it, they said tree-totaling traitor.
Yeah.
So it's just so I guess Santa doesn't drink as well.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house old Scrooge laid barbed wire. About Santa he groused, armed to the teeth against the tree-totaling traitor, that roof-climbing, two-timing winter invader.
Can we please?
They call him a two-timer. And I don't know.
They?
Yeah, she calls him a two-timing winter invader.
Oh, they do. Because this is the third Christmas episode.
Yes.
Mount Everest, the...
I don't remember the name.
The something summit of Mount Everest. Unclimbable? No, that's too wordy.
The impossible summit of Mount Everest.
Yes, that is where we first got a mention of Scrooge hating Santa, and it was the funniest fucking shit, because it came out of absolutely nowhere.
That man is not allowed in my house.
Absolutely out of nowhere. Insane. That was I think episode 3 of DuckTales, I think.
Yeah.
That was a joke that I'm like, alright, the show is for me.
Yeah.
And then we had last year's Christmas episode, Last Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we had mentions of the Santa traps and Typhoon. And so here we are, season 3, the third Christmas, and I guess this confirms that the kids have lived here for 3 years.
Yeah.
Now this is their third Christmas.
And we were right about our theory.
We were. They are exes.
Yes.
We weren't right about Mrs. Claus, but that's probably for the better.
Yeah, that's better, honestly, for everyone involved.
Yes.
But we were right. Vindication.
We are vindicated. But we see that Della doesn't know the truth of why Scrooge hates Santa.
No, yeah, because as she's telling this, the kids are like, not scared, but they're just like, oh god, what the hell?
Yeah, they don't understand this hatred of Santa. I guess Donald didn't, instill them with this hatred of Santa Claus, because he couldn't give a shit.
No, yeah, like Donald loves Christmas. He's here, like, I think, setting up the cookies.
Yes.
He gets caught in some lights, shenanigans ensue.
Yeah, no, and last Christmas we saw too. He loves Christmas.
Yeah, and yeah, they're kind of like, why? I think Dewey's like, yeah, why can't we just read the normal version? And Della is like, no, like, Santa is not allowed in our house. Like, he knows what he did. And Louie's like, yeah, but we don't know what Santa did.
And she's like, you're better off not knowing.
Yeah.
And that's when they realize you don't fucking know
No.
what Scrooge's whole grudge is about.
Uh-huh.
Which is wild.
Yeah, and she just kind of like, plays it off.
But they hear such a clatter on the roof, and Della runs off because she thinks the perimeter's been breached.
Yeah.
And she grabs Donald, who, like you said, has been tangled up in lights, and drags him off with her to go fight or whatever. We don't see them again for a while.
No.
And yeah, nothing from Donald this episode.
No.
But I guess makes sense. I mean, he was relevant to the plot and important in Last Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I would have liked to see more of his. Obviously, he loves Christmas. I would have liked to see that a bit more. But
Yeah, especially celebrating his first Christmas with his sister back.
Yeah.
Who's been gone for 10 years. And
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
the holiday was very important to them.
I'm kind of bummed he wasn't wearing the Christmas sweater from.
I thought he was gonna at least be wearing the sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Maybe he was wearing it earlier. Everyone's in their PJs now.
Yeah, true. That is true. They're in their PJs, I love Huey's hat.
I know he has the fucking Ebenezer Scrooge hat.
But it's also a cap,
Yes.
like his usual cap.
Yes, it's like, yeah, it's the cap, but the rest is the soft Ebenezer Scrooge, long with the little pom-pom at the end.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try sleeping with one of those. I don't know,
It's
just
your
for
dream.
the fuck of it. Yeah. Just walk around, go to the bathroom with a little candle.
Yes.
Like. Wait, never mind. I've done that in Mexico.
Fuck.
I've lived that.
You already lived your dream.
I lived that dream. But yeah, so what do the kids do?
Once Donald and Della are gone, they're like, oh, we're gonna fucking sneak onto the roof and see Santa for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
So
they
go
climb
up.
onto the roof, and we hear it's the same musical theme that we got in Last Christmas when Dewey is walking to Scrooge's room when the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future are
Doing shots.
they're doing shots, but they're pre-gaming in Scrooge's room.
He's beautiful.
That scene is still so funny to me.
It's hilarious. Scrooge chugging spiked eggnog from, I think, the blender or from the pitcher, and then throwing it on the ground. It's fantastic. Favorite Scrooge moment.
They see, like, because there's like a bright light, so they
Spotlight,
just see
yeah.
a shadow. Yeah, spotlight. And, you know, Huey's like, oh my god, he's beautiful. And then it's Scrooge. And he's like in full gear, like war gear.
Yes, it's the same getup we saw him in Moon Invasion.
Yeah.
It's like his army, his battles, like cape and kilt and the
little beret.
The beret.
Yeah. And he's ready. He's giving he's giving a speech in front of the spotlight.
Yes.
Talking about how, you know, like this present peddling prowler always tries to step into his house and
leave gifts, the monster.
Yeah. How dare he?
Calling Santa a prowler.
Yeah. And the kids are just like, why do you hate him? Like, he seems like a genuinely good guy. And Webby, obviously, defender of Scrooge.
Yeah, Webby, who, important to see where Webby came from.
Yeah.
Webby is in complete camo mode against the brick chimney Like, her whole front of her body and her face are painted to resemble the brick.
And she pops out from behind Dewey and she startles him, and yeah.
And I like the detail. Her hair is pinned back out of her face and, like, in a bun. Mm-hmm. Which is nice. It was a nice layout. Like, her hair needs to be out of her face because she's got it all painted over. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Like, she's just lying in wait to, like, punt Santa off the roof.
Yeah.
He lands.
That's how we got the Santa Claus. Well, never mind. Santa Claus fell.
He slipped, yeah. Tim Allen was not responsible for homicide. Manslaughter, maybe.
Manslaughter, yeah.
I think he could get away with manslaughter. Though the elves in that movie did not give a shit. Have you watched that? Mm-hmm. They're like, you're Santa Claus now. They're like totally business about it. They don't care that the guy who has been Santa for God knows how long is dead. They hold no, like, there is no sense of loss. Nobody grieves.
No.
He was
Nobody,
hated.
like, resents him.
No.
Yeah. Everyone's, they're just kind of like, the passage of time takes all of you Clauses and it means nothing to us. Like.
But I mean, I assume the Santa Clauses have to be killed, right? They don't just die of old age.
I guess, do they just fall off rooftops a lot? Like, maybe you should change your business model.
Do they get, like, shot, like, by hunters by accident? Like, how does...
What Jack Skellington getting shot out of the sky? Like that? I don't know. Because, yeah, they, like,
the
no
Santa Claus rules, the clause in the Santa Claus is wild. Santa Claus has to be murdered for the next Santa to come to power.
Oh my god.
Great.
Jeez.
This is a worthwhile tangent.
Yeah.
But anyway, Webby is like totally gung-ho and hating Santa, does not care to question it.
At all.
And Scrooge is telling the boys, like, you don't fucking need Santa to give you some, like, worthless junk. And he gives them all his present.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you need, like, a nice practical gift. And he gives them these, like, they're beanies, but they're, like, you can tell they're itchy because they have, like, little spikes coming out of them in the animation.
Yeah. I love he puts Huey's hat on top of his existing hat.
Yeah. And I love Louis, like, you could not have chosen, like, an itchier fabric, and they're not happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, Scrooge is like, what do you want? Like, a phone you don't need, like, a trampoline, some sort of video graphical game.
I think he says trampoline. Because he refuses to get with the times.
Yeah. Trampolines were invented how many years ago?
A while.
What do you want? A cell phone you don't need? A trampoline? Some sort of videographical game?
But we hear the doorbell ring.
Yeah.
They're on the roof, and like they can't. I guess they look over, but I guess they can't really see who's at the door.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a big house.
Yeah. I think Scrooge thinks it might be carolers.
Carolers spreading lies.
Wow.
Their Christmas propaganda.
I mean, the poor carolers who had to come all the way up to this fucking hill just to get, like, tarred and feathered by Webby.
I would just steal coins from his fountain.
I know, his stupid fountain that's just full of
fixation is just to steal coins from his fountain.
Yeah, his fountain that's actively just filled with gold coins.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? Not reach in and grab coins?
Yeah, so they go inside to go to the front door. And like Webby is, armed with the, what's it called? The grappling hook. Scrooge is ready to punch
him?
To punch these carolers.
Yeah. They're ready to silence their night.
Yes. And so Scrooge opens the door, but it's not carolers. It's Santa Claus.
Wow.
And Scrooge is kind of glaring up at him as Santa kind of, he announces himself. And you think he's gonna laugh and like do his Santa shtick, But instead, he passes out.
Yeah.
Right there.
Just like watching this the first time, I was like, oh my god, Santa Claus is dead.
He's dead. Because he opens up his arms and Dewey opens up his to like hug him.
Yeah.
And Santa collapses. And right in front of the kids' horrified faces.
That's so scary. Oh my god. Also, he's like a huge polar bear.
Yes, big polar bear. I love Webby like pulls Scrooge out of the way like a bodyguard.
She literally yells to get down.
Yes, oh my god, like she's expecting Santa to like tackle them and like he's here to attack them.
Nothing can distract us from protecting the house against Claus.
Scrooge!
It's him!
Married!
Christmas.
And she's still ready to go. Like she still has her grappling hook raised. Scrooge lowers it, and she raises a sword instead.
Yeah, because even Scrooge is like shocked at what just happened.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about Santa's design real quick.
Yeah. He's just the Coca-Cola bear.
Oh no! Oh no! That hadn't occurred to me. Fuck.
Oh my god, no. I mean, I think we had previously like known he would be a bear, right?
Yes. There was a drawing of him forever ago, and then in Last Christmas, there was the giant Santa standee with a horrible-looking robot Santa.
Yeah.
Where he was a bear. Shared very little resemblance with the actual Santa. Who's, like, kind of a sweetheart. I love Santa.
Yeah, I love him. He's fun.
I was really surprised by how much I genuinely liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
same.
I mean, Santa has been in various versions,
Yeah.
you know.
I was actually trying to think of like any Christmas media that has Santa. I don't think any of my favorites have specifically Santa in them.
Like, I mean, I think it's usually live action, right? Like Miracle on 34th Street, the Santa Claus. Like, there's the Rankin Bass Santa, which gave us like the origins of Santa.
Yeah.
With Mickey Rooney as the voice, he did a really good job.
Yeah.
Arthur Christmas. Other Santa's been animated and stuff. I just can't think of it.
Santa from Nightmare.
Yes, Nightmare Before Christmas Santa. He's really good too. Mm-hmm. He goes through so much.
Yeah, he does.
He deserves a break.
I love him being like, Sally is the only sane person here.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, oh my god. I love him pressing his nose to just whoop.
Yeah. That's fun.
Away. I mean, I love the idea. I love Santa Claus as a polar bear. Mm-hmm. Like, compared to whatever any other animal. It works really well, obviously.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's fun.
And he's just a guy.
He is just a guy. He's great. Santa here is voiced by Hugh Bonneville, who, I know him as Mr. Brown from Paddington. But I think most people would know him as, Mr. Downton from Downton Abbey. Let me get his actual fucking name. The Earl of Grantham in Down Abbey, or Robert Crawley. I watched like 8 seasons of Down Abbey before it got too depressing all at once.
Oh no.
He does a really good job as Santa.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
He has a very jolly voice without being like annoying.
Yes,
because that's the thing. I feel like as a bitter no, I'm not a bitter kind of. I find myself kind of like mocking the Santa like jolliness. That's why I usually like subverted Santa Claus. And this is just like, he's like genuine, you know. It's just like I believe what he's selling.
Yes,
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. I like that. I mean, they could have gone the route where Santa is duplicitous, which would have been so fun. But no, they went full. Santa Claus is a super nice guy, and he just is.
Yeah, and he just is. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, kids that watch this show still believe in Santa Claus. So.
Yeah. And so we come back to Santa is no longer. He wakes up. He wakes up inside the mansion, and Webby is bandaging his leg because he's injured somehow. And, I mean, Huey, Dewey, and Louie are all asking him questions because they're like, oh my god, Santa Claus.
Yeah, they're like, like, how are you about to fly around the world? How many cookies can you fit in your mouth at once?
It's Dewey, right?
Yeah, that's Dewey. And then Louie, obviously, practical, like, how much, like, would it cost to get bumped up on the nice list?
And Webby's asking him when he's going to leave.
Yes.
Because she's going to be holding on to her animosity towards Santa for a while.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense. She has grown up in this house where all she knows is hate Santa.
Yes, like a yearly Santa trap, which we see right behind Santa. Like the fireplace Santa trap.
Yeah.
I assume every year he does try to get in and maybe succeeds every year, but he has to like navigate all of these traps every single year just to bring Scrooge coal or whatever.
Yeah.
Scrooge is on the naughty list.
No, yeah.
We know this.
Well, maybe he wouldn't give him coal because that's kind of what Scrooge wants.
Fuck, you're right.
He would give him some like nice 99-cent store little like doodads that are worthless.
Air freshener.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But so Santa has his sack of presents and he's giving each of the boys their gift.
Sorry, I just imagine him giving him like a sack of those sticky hands from an arcade.
I'm just thinking about Scrooge and his little mustache comb. Buffalo Duck.
I love that.
When he spent $75,000
What a
on
loser.
the Funzo's arcade games. God.
Yeah.
God, just don't take him gambling. He doesn't understand. He steps into like a Las Vegas casino and to those one of the
a slot machine.
Slot machine. Don't take Scrooge to the slots.
No.
He'll lose everything.
He's not allowed. Oh god, that'd be so funny. He just gets got at like blackjack.
Yes. Lose everything. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Webby rejects her gift from Santa.
Yeah.
And that she wants to appreciate Scrooge's gift.
Yeah. The itching means it's functional.
Do we think Scrooge bought these hats or that he knit them himself?
He probably found them in like a closet.
Oh, that's good enough. But they're so specifically color-coded. That's why I wondered if he knit them.
Oh.
Out of like the cheapest possible yarn.
Yeah. Out of some like real bad like I mean Walmart, I wouldn't say Walmart yarn, but Walmart yarn can be good.
Yeah.
Like some really bad like clearance.
Yes,
like...
maybe the yarn was sitting in a closet.
Yeah, that's
It's yarn from 1901.
Yeah, I like to think that it's like it was white yarn that he just like dyed, so like if they were to get them wet, they would also just lose all their dye.
They'll just get dye in all their feathers. Awful.
God, they do look real itchy though.
They do. So the boys all open their gifts, and they're what Scrooge described that that they shouldn't want.
Yeah. So here we got Legends of the Legend Quest 2, and I love that he screams. He just lets out a scream.
I love that Dewey just wanted like a mini trampoline. Yeah. Like for Dewey, that's pretty, what's the word? Low key.
Like, yeah, it's pretty mild.
Yeah.
I mean, he's being real obnoxious on it, never mind.
That's true. And Louis got a new phone so that he can sell the new phone.
Yeah. Yeah. And Scrooge gets really upset.
Yes.
Because we see, like, Dewey bouncing and he gets caught with the cane and brought down by Scrooge, who's, like, demanding that Santa get out because he's like, you've already stolen enough from me. Do you want to turn my nephews against me, too? And it's so dramatic.
It's super dramatic. I think he gets up in Santa's face, and this when Santa tells him not to argue in front of the kids.
He does. Very like, Scrooge, please, not in front of the children.
I think we should say now the homoerotic tension between Santa and Scrooge McDuck, we are going to fully acknowledge.
We are.
It is Glom Gold and Scrooge levels.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to Raiders of the Doomsday Vault when Glom Gold tried to reach for Scrooge's hand.
It very much like, I'm like, wow, they just had this really severe falling out, you know. There's still some love there. I will say this from the beginning, Santa deserves a lot better than Scrooge.
He does. Where is his Mrs. or Mr. Claus?
I don't know.
Where are they? He deserves
Santa.
one.
Yeah, Santa, you need to move on from this little piece of shit duck.
It's been like over 100 years, Santa. You can do so much better.
You can do so much better.
It's tragic. Santa still loves him.
Santa, move on. Scrooge doesn't deserve it.
No, he doesn't deserve your faith.
No.
This is now counseling 101 for Santa Claus.
Poor Santa Claus. We're letting you know we're here if you need help. God.
Okay, so Scrooge is still arguing with Santa. What are they saying?
So basically, the kids are kind of like scandalized because they're like, oh my god, like Santa stole something from Scrooge.
Yes.
And Louie's like, oh, that doesn't sound like Santa. And Webby's just like, yes, it does.
Yeah.
And she like just yells like, what did you steal from Scrooge? And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I love how aggressively she is on his side. And sometimes she like is a little bit blind and like she kind of idolizes him blindly. Mm-hmm. But like here, it's like more rooted in violence.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot more here compared to like in 87 Cent and in the Fight for Castle McDuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she'll be threatening Santa for like this whole scene.
She will. And then so here Scrooge reveals that Santa stole Christmas from him.
Yes.
Wow. And yeah, he's like walking around. He's so mad. He's so small. Yeah, because to fit like Santa in the frame, we gotta make it like pan out so Scrooge just looks real small.
Yeah, I mean Santa's a whole polar bear.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, even like thinking to how small Scrooge is compared to Beakley, I think Santa's probably even bigger.
Yeah.
So Scrooge looks real small.
And Scrooge is saying that, you know, the whole, like, Christmas racket was his idea and that Santa stole it and kept it for himself.
Yeah. But Santa's saying, like, I know we have our differences, but with his leg screwed up, he needs Scrooge's help to help deliver all these toys.
Scroogey, with your belt so tight, won't you fly my sleigh tonight?
I see. Prancer said you wouldn't understand.
The reindeer are here!
I'll just take my sack full of toys and hope the children are okay with Christmas coming late this year.
Oh no! We're children!
We will not be okay with that!
And Scrooge is just like, gives him a silent no.
Oh, Santa goes for the, as Scrooge says, sad sack routine. He's like, oh well, I guess the kids of the world will just have to deal with not having Christmas this year. Mm-hmm. And he very sadly and pitifully tries to reach for the sack of toys, but he can't quite get it.
That's why I feel like the first time I watched it, I was kind of wary that he would be like sinister in a way.
Because he's clearly faking like his whole, oh, I can't reach. I'm so weak.
But no, he still has good intentions.
Yes, he is.
And I love that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are immediately like, but we're children. Like, come on, Scrooge, you need to help him.
Yeah, and the kids go to Scrooge and they do convince him to help.
Yeah.
Or so we think. Oh. Maybe. He walks over to Santa.
Yeah, because you'd think that he's immediately gonna accept, like, yeah, I'll do it, but he's like, no, like, yeah, we're not buying what you're selling.
Yeah, he, like, just glares at Santa's outstretched hand.
So Santa gives him an offer he can't refuse. He tells him, if you help me, I will never, ever, ever come back to your home ever again.
Yes.
You know, and he's like, and you'll save a fortune on traps.
He said it so sadly. Yeah. That second part.
You'll save a fortune on traps.
Come on, you sanctimonious solstice swindler. I can't believe you talked me into this again. Again?
That's like all the flirting he's like had with him for years now. He's like, well, we won't even have that anymore, Scrooge.
I know, there's nothing left. But Scrooge agrees, but he doesn't shake Santa's hand. No. He picks up the package, he picks up the sack of toys and throws it over his shoulder and says, I can't believe he got roped into this again.
And the boys are like, what do you mean again? And Santa starts a flashback.
He does. He starts telling the boys and he starts telling the kids of their tragic romance.
Yes. So
we flash back, Christ, like over 100 years.
Yeah.
Just based on, I guess, what period of Scrooge's life I think we're in. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming this is pre-Klondike, so he hasn't met Goldie yet, and he hasn't been super betrayed. Mm-hmm. Just because of how willing he is to trust Santa here.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is just pre-1896.
Oh, God.
Just based on how young Scrooge seems, and the fact that he's clearly somewhere super up north, and the Klondike is in Canada. Mm-hmm. So we see Scrooge outside this cabin. It's a very nice cabin.
Yeah. Would he call it a cabin?
What's the term? Like, I know what that is. I know the term for it is.
A house.
It's a house, a very large wooden cabin with Christmassy colors.
Yeah, it's very nice. And we have Scrooge being like the rudest salesman.
I know, he's the worst salesman. Because we can contribute most of this to him freezing to death.
Yeah.
In wherever they are. But yes, he is a door-to-door coal salesman. Mm-hmm.
But he's like, just buy some coal already. Like, you know, like, I got it, you need it, buy it so I can come in. And he like kind of like shivers because, there's like I don't know if there's a blizzard, but it's strong winds outside.
Yeah, it's super snowy and cold. And I think we learned in a bit, it's like the beginning of December.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I think we should comment on Scrooge's outfit.
Yes.
Because he has like a big fur coat and one of those like the circular like fur hats.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. I should, because aren't they in Animal Crossing? I think I bought one the other day.
Oh, it might be a Ushanka hat. So Scrooge has a very a look that's unique to this episode. Mm-hmm. I think like he tends to in these flashback episodes.
And he has like what I assume is like a big like brown fur coat.
Yes.
And he's wearing fingerless gloves.
Yes. I just love the coat. It's this massive coat.
Yeah.
And so that's fun. And but so the woman he's trying to sell to, she's like a short little dog lady. Mm-hmm. She doesn't speak, but she just closed the door in his face.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would too. He's just, this man's yelling at me.
Yeah, and like between like chattering teeth yelling at me to buy coal.
Yeah.
And to let him in.
Yeah. It's like, no.
Buy some coal, you blackguard! I got it! You need it! So buy it already so I can come in! It's freezing out here! Oh.
What I thought was like a cabin is more like a pub almost.
Yeah.
Right? We've seen a bit.
Yeah, because it looks a little bit more like communal.
Yeah.
Then why would you can just come in, Scrooge.
I know, you can just come in.
So I don't know. Yeah.
anyway, he wanders off, but he starts he hears someone singing, but clearly very cold.
Yes. And they're also like straining. And they're singing Jingle Bells.
Not sure how accurate that is to the time period, but I will let it slide. They make so many Christmas references before they should have technically existed.
Yeah. Because, yeah, that's the thing. Christmas is already a thing in this episode.
I think Christmas itself has existed for a while, like in like multiple permutations. Mm-hmm. But obviously our modern Christmas, I think, just doesn't exist
here.
yet.
Yeah. It's gonna start here. Yeah.
Because Scrooge follows the sound of the singing and he sees Santa, looking, I think, basically the same. I think, is his beard gray in this, and it's white later?
Yeah, I think that's the only difference. Yeah, it's gray.
Yeah. And we see he's pulling a sleigh, like just him. I'm assuming he lost his horses somehow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and he's also not wearing glasses. I just want to point that out.
Yes, he's not. That's right.
And he's trying to pull it up a hill all by himself.
Yeah. I assume he lost his horses because he's kind of a dummy.
Yeah.
And he would have lost his horses somehow.
Mm-hmm. And Scrooge doesn't hesitate to help him.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like this little young Scrooge. He seems very friendly still.
Yeah, he's friendly, like trusting. Like he trusts Santa for a good portion of this. This is his first betrayal.
First heartbreak. It's a deep wound.
It is.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oi! What the blazes are you doing out here in this deep freeze?
Why, I'm delivering toys to help get people through the winter by warming their hearts. Ho, ho, ho! It's so cold.
Also, I mean, Santa is in his full red getup, and he introduces himself as Santa Claus.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's already some sort of mystical something or other.
He has to be.
Right? Yeah. Because, the Feliz Never Diamond can't be what's keeping him alive.
No.
That just lets him do Christmas. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, he's dressed up in his getup, and he tells, Scrooge that he's delivering toys to help get people through the winter by warming their hearts. And Scrooge is like, well, you can't do that if if your own heart is an icicle. Mm-hmm. So, and he helps him pull the sled up. Yeah,
over the hill. Mm-hmm. And Santa walks right up to the cabin that just rejected Scrooge.
Yeah.
And the same woman answers the door. And Santa is obviously much nicer.
Yeah.
And kind of smooth talks their way in. He's very polite about it, but he does offer a gift in exchange for letting them sit by the fire for a bit.
Yeah. And the lady's like, she lets him come in, and she almost slams the door on Scrooge.
Yeah, she's about to close the door, and Santa's like, oh, no, he's with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she does the I'm watching you sign at Scrooge.
Yes. And it's weird, she doesn't speak for this whole thing, and then when she does speak, immediately after, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Bitch, why didn't you talk?
Exactly. I was like, it felt really jarring when she does talk.
Yes. Yeah. I just almost wish she just hadn't spoken, and I was fine with, the rest of the elves, cough, spoiler.
Yes.
Fine with them talking and singing, but when she suddenly speaks, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she had so much more personality when she just didn't speak.
Yeah.
She thinks she's the only elf with this kind of hat. Maybe that means she's the leader.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the rest of the definitely not elves, have the very tall pointed hats, and they are all very short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is she taller than them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it occurred to me if they were elves. I think maybe I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I was surprised by the reveal that they were elves.
I don't think I was surprised either, but I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because they're dressed all like elves. Besides her, maybe she's their front man. She turns people away so they don't learn the secret of that they're elves.
I guess, yeah.
Can ducks not be elves because they don't have ears?
They can't, no.
Shit. It's like the eggheads. Only birds can be eggheads. Oh, and no duck can be an elf.
Mm-mm. Such are the laws of this world.
Tragic.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be weird.
Oh god, I'm imagining an elf, a duck with elf ears. Maybe they have to just put those fake ones
on.
I
was gonna say, I was like, you know how people get like those fake like ears?
They glue them on, or it's a headband.
You gotta hide that it's a headband with like your hat.
Yeah. Maybe they're attached to the hat.
Yes. Oh,
this
God.
Is dumb. The elves and everyone's inside. Because it seems communal. Like, it's just a bunch of elves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sitting at a table and stuff. And so they're all singing until the fire goes out.
Mm-hmm. I know she doesn't have, like, a typical cartoon lunch lady voice, but that's what in my head she sounds like now. Because, she's like, oh, you know, fun's over, the fire's gone. Like, I guess get out is the implication.
I guess, yeah, everyone go back to your homes.
Yeah.
And, use your own firewood. There was a pile of firewood outside the cabin. I'm remembering now.
Yeah, I don't know. Were they just trying to kick out these visitors?
Maybe. But, Santa's like, oh, like, no problem, friends. My pal here has a bag full of coal.
Mm-hmm.
And tosses a bunch of coal in the fire before Scrooge can stop him.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's just, giving it away.
Mm-hmm.
But a bunch of the elves, I mean, definitely not elves, immediately want to buy coal from Scrooge.
Yeah. And he's a little overwhelmed because they're immediately like, oh, you're like, how much do you have? How much can you deliver? Where can you deliver to? And Santa keeps like, it just kind of hit me that it's just Santa Claus that is Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And Santa keeps interrupting and speaking for Scrooge, basically, because he tells him that Scrooge can deliver the coal by Christmas morning to, like, all the people in the world, basically.
And, a big leap from these 15, definitely not elves.
Yeah.
To the whole world. But I guess in 1890, people are definitely still using coal.
Yeah, yeah. And so... he's got a job now.
Yeah, and Scrooge went from having no business to having too much business.
Yeah.
But Santa stands up and offers to help Scrooge.
He's like, what are friends for? And Scrooge is like, forget friends, how about partners? And then Santa's like, why can't it just be both?
And he picks up Scrooge, picks him up fully into a hug. Yeah. And they cheer. It's very cute.
Mm-hmm. Very sweet.
And we turn from the flashback, and Webby is in disbelief that Scrooge could ever have friends.
I'm like, Webby, you just keep burning the adults in your family.
Like Beakley first has no friends.
Yeah.
Now, I think Scrooge has friends.
Yeah. A man that rich, you don't think he has friends?
I mean, at least Beakley is his friend.
Yeah. They got friends in each other.
Because we see, so they're outside the mansion where the sleigh and the, how many reindeer are there? 8? 9?
8 here.
8?
I don't think they're allowed to use Rudolph, are they?
No, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Copy. I don't know.
Who the fuck
sometimes you see it and sometimes
Rudolph?
You don't.
I don't think he's canon to the actual on Dancer, on Prancer.
Yeah.
He's not canon.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just 8.
Yes. And the reindeer make horse noises.
Yes. As I was informed.
No, I was informed by the podcast, Just the Zoo of Us, on Twitter. They were tweeting. I remember they were tweeting about this when the episode came out. And listening now, I'm like, shit, they are making horse noises.
Yeah.
I went to the trouble of looking up reindeer and videos of them to see what noise they make, and they really don't make noise.
No, that's what I told Anna. I was like, they might just be a pretty silent animal.
Yeah, they seem to make just general kind of grunting noises. They don't make the excessive amount of noise they make here. Because they're not horses.
Yeah.
But Huey, Dewey, and Louie are having a lot of fun introducing themselves to the reindeer.
Yeah, they're very excited about the reindeer.
The one in front is licking Dewey.
Yeah.
Licking his face.
And Scrooge is immediately like, y'all are banned from going with Santa because you guys are, what is it?
They're like too easily
susceptible.
swayed. Yes.
Yeah, to his charms.
To like Santa's Christmas charms.
Yeah.
But only Webby's allowed to come along because there's no way like that she'll ever like fall sway and she and Scrooge high five.
Yeah, because she uses alliteration, so she calls she says that she's gonna protect Scrooge from the stocking stuffing stooge, and then
yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love that she's assigned herself as Scrooge's bodyguard.
Yeah,
against Santa Claus.
Yes. I was gonna say Saint Nick himself, but I don't think that's his name. No. Yeah. God.
And I love the reindeer is just licking Dewey's head.
Yeah.
Like his hair. It was funny.
Salty.
Gross.
Yeah, he's just letting it happen.
He is, yeah, it's cute. It's messing up his hair completely. Mm-hmm. And I love, Santa doesn't hesitate to bribe the kids, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo!
He's so, like, not wanting to upset Scrooge. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, I got this. Okay. And he tells the boys, like, okay, if you guys behave and you stay without a fuss, there's gonna be, like, extra gifts for you in the morning.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, you can get extra presents from Santa? I guess if Santa's your uncle's ex.
Yeah, I think you have that privilege.
Yes.
We can all be so lucky.
Mm-hmm. And we see, it's not mentioned yet, I think, but in front of the sleigh, we see very prominently a star-shaped diamond.
Yeah.
A glowing star-shaped diamond hanging in front of the sleigh.
Mm-hmm. It's very pretty.
It is, and it will be explained in a bit. Mm-hmm. The boys rush back inside.
Yeah.
To go back to sleep and to, wake up to more presents. Meanwhile, Scrooge, Santa, and Webby take off in the sleigh.
Oh, I just paused. Scrooge does make, like, a very, like, sinister face.
Does he? Fuck.
Yeah. Before they take off, yeah.
Oh, this bitch is sinister as fuck.
I was too caught up in the Santa Claus of it all.
I know. This bitch is up to no good. And so we get a montage of Scrooge and Webby delivering the presents.
Mm-hmm. And we get, I forgot the name of the song, but it's the Dashing Through the One Horse Open Sleigh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very fun, very fun rendition. Mm-hmm. And so we stop first at the Drake Mansion. Yes. Doofus's giant, horrifying treehouse is still here.
Yes.
Which I would hope they would demolish. Because that is not a natural tree.
No, it definitely is not. It's like, people, I don't know if you've seen them, but people hate that LA has, like, fake palm trees and trees.
They're fake? I don't even know.
Well, some of them, it's like, I don't know if it's just like an LA thing, but, like, cell phone towers will be sometimes disguised as, like, palm trees and trees.
I think that's smart.
Yeah, apparently, like out-of-towners really hate that. I don't know, I've seen it on Twitter.
How does it affect them in any way?
I don't know. Like, I've seen it on Twitter a couple times. People would just be like, what the hell? Like, I'm just like, it looks nicer. It looks
better.
Yeah.
And there's already so many palm trees. It blends in. It looks more natural than a cell phone tower.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what y'all are on about.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's funny.
It has a giant bow.
Yes, the giant bow wrapped around it, and there's snow on top of it. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, compared to the actual mansion below it, it is.
It's so big. It has a roller coaster on it.
It does, and a Ferris wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And so we see that they're delivering the gifts, and boy, looks like it's still living here.
Yeah.
Though also, the Christmas episode is one of those that could kind of go anywhere.
Yeah, I could.
All of Boyd's stocking is like a circuit board.
Yeah, it's like a little, like, it's still like a stocking, but it's a circuit board. It's very cute.
It is. And then, oh god, Doofus's fucking stocking.
It's like wet.
It's wet and sticky and dirty.
Yeah.
And I love Scrooge and Webby look at it in horror. And they look at each other like, what the fuck kind of kid lives here?
And Scrooge just throws the present and like sticks.
It like sticks and slides down, but it does stick to the stocking.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not going near that. I'm staying 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And he throws it, yeah.
Do y'all do stockings?
Yeah, no, we do stockings.
Oh, we never have. I don't think we have the space for it. Yeah, it's never been a thing in our family.
Yeah, my mom uses it to put, like, chapstick and, like, little things like that in. Those candy canes full of M&Ms.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah. It's like a very novel way of eating M&Ms. The best way of eating M&Ms, one could say. Yeah,
you sent me some for Christmas.
I did.
My mom was like, "Are you eating candy?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm not gonna not eat from this candy cane M&M. Oh yeah, because my family opens gifts like midnight, Noche Buena.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, we open Christmas Day.
Yeah.
We have dinner on Christmas Eve. I think Americans have dinner on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I think so.
I don't like that. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, at least in my family, I think a lot of like Latinx people, there's a bigger celebration Noche Buena, Christmas Eve.
Yes.
But yeah. Back to the delivery of gifts.
Yes, and timely enough, we're at Fenton's house.
Yeah.
Oh, we see that the outside of his house is decorated.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very tired superhero. He has not bothered to put his super suit actually away. He needs like some sort of like Iron Man like case. Yeah. He needs something to seal this suit away.
Yeah, he just like, it's on the floor
in pieces.
Like it's just a shirt and a hat.
Yeah, it just scattered on the floor in pieces. I remember I know Iron Man is able to like fold his suit into a briefcase.
Yeah.
And even in Darkwing Duck, in Tiff of the Titans, Fenton has the super suit, the Gizmo suit, in a briefcase there as well.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's fun.
I'm like, just give him, just because we see him, the only thing Fenton gets is a big duffel bag to lug the suit around in. Oh, that's a hassle.
Yeah. Like, even cosplayers have better systems.
I know. Yeah, so he just has it all scattered all over the ground. Mm-hmm. And Scrooge and Webby come in to bring in the gift.
Yeah.
But I guess the suit detects movement and just in a comical holiday-themed attack throws a very wet fruitcake at Scrooge's face.
It's like a pudding more.
It's raw.
Yeah.
Just batter. Because the joke with fruitcake is always that it's super hard.
Yeah.
So that should have just knocked Scrooge out. I think that would have been funnier.
Yeah, because, I mean, it is funny to watch him just with dripping.
Yeah. But if it just, like, came out and just beamed him like a rock.
The world's softest fruit.
Honestly. Terrible.
Oh, God.
And then we see briefly Manny and Lil Bulb in the lab, and Manny has left, not cookies for Santa, but straw?
Is it straw? I thought it was spaghetti for some reason.
I think it's straw, just because of Manny being a horse thing.
Oh, yes. He is a horse thing. And that makes sense.
He's wearing an eye mask over the stone head of Scrooge.
He can't close the eyes.
The eyes don't move. He shouldn't be able to feel that. God, Manny, the weird horse demon thing.
He makes it work.
I guess.
He is a beloved part of this family. You have to accept that.
It's been 3 years. I don't know if I can. Oh boy. We're back on the sleigh, And Webby is, telling Santa, like, I'm not going to fall for your tricks.
Yeah.
That these presents, aren't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. And she does the old, like, shake, and she figures out what's inside of them.
Yeah.
It's like a doll, a peach candle. And then one of them is the Thunderhawk Elite Compound crossbow with titanium arrows.
Yes.
And she's almost impressed.
Yeah, and she's like, who's this for?
Yeah.
And Santa tells her, to check the tag.
Yeah.
And Webby has been bought over to the dark side. Sorry, the, what's a good Christmas pun? The silver and gold side.
Yeah. So I was really delighted by all, like, the Christmas music references throughout the episode.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, like there's the actual music, and then Santa just dropping Christmas lines, which was cute. Yeah, so Webby is she's been convinced.
Yeah.
Like, this gift means a lot to her.
She loves her present. Yeah. Because Santa's saying, like, there's nothing like the joy of a child on Christmas Day to keep you warm on the coldest night.
This is Santa's ethos, we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
And this is maybe my favorite joke in the episode. So we're in the sleigh, we're delivering presents, and we pan. We go from Duckburg to Cairo. I think this might be Japan. There might be Mount Fuji. And then Rome, and then back to Rome.
Yeah.
To which Scrooge is like, or Webby, I think, is like, wait, Rome again?
Yeah, it's Webby.
Because for the 100 and whatever years Santa's been doing this, he has been going down the list alphabetically.
Oh my god.
Because he's kind of a dummy.
Yeah. And immediately Scrooge is like, why don't you do it by country? Like, what the actual hell? Why wouldn't that be your first thought?
Yes. And Santa's like, oh, that does sound more practical. Like, he's so cheerful about it, and he pats Scrooge on the back.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Scrooge is like face palm, like, oh,
I just
God.
like Santa's just been winging it.
Yeah.
For 100 years, because he has no, like, planning or know-how. He just has a lot of love to give.
Yeah, he's willing to devote the time to ping-pong around the world.
Yes, that's insane. This man needs some oversight. He needs someone to plan out his routes.
Yes. God.
Crazy. I love Webby's like, oh my god, like, we are going to run out of time.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. But no, like, they're actually fine because they have the Feliz Navidad.
Yeah. And we get another flashback.
We do. We see how Scrooge and Santa found this Feliz Navidad.
Mm-hmm. And so Scrooge explains that it's this legendary gem that can slow time for one night a year. And he also explains that he got this map from a Spanish sailor who traded it for coal.
Yes. And yeah, and the mentioning that it's a Spanish sailor is important because all of these terms, like the location, the creatures guarding it, are all in Spanish.
Yeah.
and Scrooge and Santa don't know what these terms mean.
Mm-mm.
Specifically, the renos voladores.
Yeah. Which at first I was like, I didn't even realize that they couldn't understand. Because I think they mention. Oh, he mentions that that the Feliz Navidad diamond is in the Cascabel cavern.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And they have to survive los renos voladores. Like,
yeah, I love
that is.
I know. I love this cave. The caverns looks. I'm getting kind of like the Superman's Fortress of Solitude vibe, with just these huge pillars of ice jutting out of the ground.
I just thought about Ice Age, the first one. You know how they go into like cave and then they have like,
oh,
the fun
that's right, where they find the alien spaceship inside.
Yes. Oh my god, that was like the funniest thing as a child.
Yeah, the kid doing the live long and prosper Spock hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
God.
But yes, of course. Los Voladores are flying reindeer, which promptly attack Scrooge and just Scrooge.
Yeah. It was on sight. They do not like Scrooge.
And God, knowing that they're making horse noises, I'm like, fuck, why do they sound like horses? It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that choice was made. I guess to make them more aggressive, but yeah.
I guess, to make them have more noises. Since reindeer are apparently very quiet.
Yeah.
Scrooge is like holding this one of them off because he's been carrying this large like a walking stick, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like holding it off. It's like trying to like impale him with the antlers.
God.
And meanwhile Santa's just petting another one.
Yeah. And Scrooge is like, how the hell are you doing that? Like, how it's not eating you? And Santa throws him like some jingle bells.
Yeah, because that's what he got. That's what he used to get the reindeer to like him, to not attack him.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. They're mesmerized by the bells.
Yeah, they start like they're like nuzzling against Scrooge, and Santa's like pleading with Scrooge to let him keep them.
Please, Scrooge, can we keep him? Please, please, please.
It was cute.
Yeah, and Scrooge is just like annoyed.
Yeah, with these giant reindeer nuzzling against him.
Just holding the jingle bells. Yeah. And then we go back to the present time, and Webby's like, of course you like keep the reindeer.
Like she wants to keep them, for their inherent violence.
Yeah. She says they have horns of deadly efficiency. I'm like, they're antlers.
They're antlers.
Weird that you call them horns.
Yes, antlers.
Yeah.
But like Santa agrees.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's a staple of Christmas. No.
But you see Scrooge is like still like he's obviously still very bitter about Christmas as a whole, existing as it is. That they weren't before. That the reindeer weren't staples of Christmas before.
Yeah. And then he once again tells Webby like, why do you care, Webigail?
Yeah, since she's starting to kind of be a little too interested.
Yeah.
In Santa.
She says like, oh, like flying reindeer have do nothing for me. And you hear like a reindeer like turn to face her, and she's like whispering like, it's not true.
Yeah. The reindeer are obviously like magical and sentient. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And apparently can speak to Santa.
Yeah.
But so they're back in Duckburg. I'm not sure if I assume they're going alphabetically by country because Scrooge made them.
And we have another it's still one horse open sleigh playing.
Mm-hmm. With this another brief present delivering montage.
Mm-hmm. No, this was so cute.
I know, this was so cute. Yes.
Saberwing family. And Webby delivers a gift and a kiss to each one.
Yes, we see, I assume they're in Violet's bedroom. Violet's like actually under the blankets while Lena has like half a blanket. Or like her blanket got all folded up and it's tiny now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she gives Violet a kiss on the forehead and Lena a kiss on the cheek.
Aww.
As she delivers their presents.
Yeah. Then we go to Donald, who's sleeping on the houseboat.
Yes. And so Webby delivers Donald's present, and Scrooge takes the bat that Della is holding.
Yeah.
And replaces it with a gift.
Yeah. She like smiles. And then we end the montage by going to the junkyard.
Oh, sorry. This is my favorite scene.
Choose one, Anna. You gotta choose one.
of all these beagles are asleep outside on Christmas.
Yeah, it's snowing or there's like snow around.
Yeah, like why don't they all have houses? Like a trailer, like Ma Beagle has a trailer stacked up on top of stuff. Why don't they each have homes and beds?
Yeah, or like at least sleeping like in a car.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Also, there's a beware of dog sign.
That's right. That's so good.
I don't know.
Yeah, it just occurred to me that they're all just sleeping outside in December on Christmas.
They all get to sleep in Ma's trailer on their birthday only. That's when they get the privilege.
That's their Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Sleeping indoors. What the fuck? Okay.
I don't know.
Let's say they party. They had a big party and they all fell asleep
Okay.
outside.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a bunch of drunk Beagle boys. So they're here because they're delivering a gift to the one Beagle boy on the nice list.
Mm-hmm. And Scrooge is so upset because, he has to, like, carefully make his way through all of these beagles to get to the one person that's on the nice list. And it's Bouncer Beagle.
Which I love. He's valid. He deserves this.
And as soon as, like, Scrooge and Webby kind of walk away, like, relieved, like, that's done, Bouncer immediately wakes up.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know if they confuse Scrooge briefly for Santa.
I think so.
Yeah, because it happens again later. And he like yells for all the Beagle boys that Santa is here to give them gifts, and it's like, no, Bouncer, you're the only good one.
I knew I was a good boy. Everyone, Santa's here to give us all gifts.
You're the only one that got anything.
You do crimes, but you're polite about it.
Yeah. And so they immediately want to rob Santa, Scrooge.
But Santa comes in and saves the day. He plows through the crowd of Beagle boys.
Yeah,
with the reindeer. He comes in on the sleigh, picks him up, Scrooge and Webby.
Yeah, it's a fun scene.
No, it's fun. Because we see a couple Beagle boys get knocked out, but Bouncer and some other guy are waving goodbye to Santa. It was nice to see the Beagle Boys again. I did miss them.
Mm-hmm. Is this their first appearance? Yeah,
in the season, or
I think in the season. I think it is.
Wait, I'm going through my mental catalog. I think it might be. Dang, long time between drinks, Beagle Boys.
God, one of them's just passed out over there.
He got knocked out by the fucking sleigh. Or he never woke up. He's still hungover for the party.
And yeah.
I'm very happy for Bouncer.
Yeah, I guess he gets a replacement, but if he looks in the box right now, it's going to be a real
Oh shit, that's right! Oh no! Don't make me feel sad about Bouncer.
He's gonna be like, it wasn't worth it in the end.
No, they'll fix it. It's fine.
Yeah. We get a nice little tender moment between Santa and Scrooge. Sometimes the ridiculousness of my words get to me.
Yeah, because Santa says that he's made up for Scrooge saving him at some point, and we flash back to that moment. We see they've entered Cascabel Cavern, and the Feliz Navidad Diamond is on like a pillar deep inside.
Yeah, and we have these like big like shards of ice basically like sticking out from all these places. Looks very, very dangerous.
Yes,
and it gets worse.
Yeah. Say what?
And it gets worse.
It does get worse. Because Santa goes to just wander on in.
Yeah.
And Scrooge is like, no, we have to watch out for the Guardian.
Yes, it's this giant, scary-looking evil snowman.
Yeah, like this evil snowman that like forms itself.
It's like legitimately scary.
It is scary looking. Like they did a really good job. It's huge. It's like 20 feet tall.
Yeah.
and it's got like literal tree trunks for arms with really sharp like
Claws.
talons, claws.
It has a big old like icicle nose that's like very sharp, and it has like pointy teeth mouth. It's very spooky.
Yeah. The snowman kind of resembles a snowman monster in Abominable Snowman seen in the Donald on Ice cartoon from the 1999 Mickey Mouse Works. Like I remember like I saw like watching it like as a kid, like the a much tamer version on Mickey Mouse Works. I think probably House of Mouse too.
Yeah, it's very threatening.
You know, it's scary, and it's really well animated too.
Yeah. I feel like as a kid, this might have like been a little too much for me.
Maybe, no, yeah. And so this thing roars at them, and Santa's like, you know what? He's gonna be my friend.
Yeah. He doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Yes, and he's going to what?
Kill it with kindness.
Yes, kill him with kindness.
Yeah, because Scrooge is like, you're an idiot. That thing's gonna rip you apart.
Yes. He just kind of like very cheerfully kind of wanders over to this giant snowman.
He just like takes out a gift and he's like, I'm gonna give this gift to that snowman.
Yes. So yeah, I like how naive he is. Like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna give this giant snow monster a gift. It'll totally work out.
Yeah, and I love how Scrooge is just like baffled. He's very like expressive, and he's just like, "What the fuck? This idiot's gonna get killed."
Yeah. So as Santa wanders off, Scrooge we see rushes off somewhere. And yeah, Santa walks up to the snowman, says like 2 words, and gets just yanked off the ground, and he drops the present.
Yeah. Because he like just tries to be like, can you give me your like diamond for this gift?
Beg your pardon, my good snowman. In the spirit of Christmas, what say you hand me the Feliz Navi diamond for this delightful gift?
Yeah, as the snowman is poised to eat him.
Yes, oh my god. I just realized this shot of like the teeth opening to eat Santa.
Yeah, he's gonna get eaten. But then Scrooge comes in to save Santa, and he comes flying in on one of the reindeer.
Yeah,
and this is where we get the beginning of a really well animated action shot of like the reindeer flying in circles around the arm to avoid it.
It's really cool. We get this part was also, I was just like, oh my god, this is a little for children. Because Scrooge lights up like coal, what are they called, bricks? Yeah, bits of coal, and he like drops them on the snowman.
He's like pelting him with like fireballs.
Yeah. And so you can just get these scenes of this like big snow monster flailing about with like fire on it.
His tree trunk arms have caught fire.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my god, it's even more scary now.
Yeah, and we see the again real animated shot of the snow monster trying to flatten Scrooge.
Yeah.
Like because it's a shot from below, so we get like the real like kind of the size of the snow monster.
I'm just like in awe of this thing being so scary.
Yeah, it's really well done. And the snow monster does get Scrooge. He knocks both Scrooge and the reindeer into a snowdrift.
Yeah, the reindeer looks so sad. Like,
it does look really sad.
Yeah. And so while that was happening, Santa like made it up the column to the Feliz Navi diamond. We haven't said that that's a great pun name.
We haven't.
Beautiful.
A lot of really good puns in this.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's made it up, and he's like inches from touching it. When the snow monster notices, and it's melting heavily now because its arms are still on fire.
Yeah.
And it grabs Santa by the boot, and it's like dragging him backwards. And he's like reaching desperately for the diamond.
Yeah. And also, like, the closer that Santa gets, like, the more, like, the snowman has to, like, stop him. So you get this kind of, like, lunge as Santa touches the diamond. And it just, like, kind of like freezes. Is it weird that I want to eat the diamond?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. It looks like those little candies that like the shooting stars in Animal Crossing look like. The little like
oh,
star
it does,
candies.
but I don't want to eat those.
I want to eat it.
What do you think it like? What like the texture? What texture do you think this thing's gonna be?
It's like those little mints. The little
Which mints
that come in like no, the perfect texture would be those like party mints that are kind of like a little softer than regular mints. I don't know. I always see them like at like party like gifts. They're like
all I can think of is Mentos, but those aren't soft.
no, the Mentos are soft.
Well, eventually, like you can't just bite a Mento.
Santa has the diamond.
Yes.
And
he goes to turn around and he realizes that the snow monster was seconds from just like straight up impaling him.
Yeah, because he like turns around, it's like nose to claw basically.
Yeah.
And
we have
his nose.
Yeah, it's his nose. But like it's actual like claws are poised to just grab him too.
Again, terrifying. I have a still of
it. Same. Yeah. So we see it like they've slowed time to like, and they slowed time to obviously an insane degree, and the snow monster was frozen, poised above them.
Yeah.
And there's this green light over everything, making the snow monster look even scarier.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we mentioned it, but the diamond doesn't stop time. It just kind of like really slows it down.
Yeah, to like insane amount. We see we see the dripping of the snowman's melting nose. Like we see the slow droplet like moving.
Yeah. And so Santa and Scrooge are very, very happy.
Yeah, because Scrooge joins him on the pillar, and Santa again picks Scrooge up in a hug. Because they've done it. They've got the Feliz Navidad diamond, and this means that their plan can move forward.
Oh, young love.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. And so we go back to the present. And they're like Scrooge and Santa are laughing about the situation. Like Scrooge is kind of laughing about the fact that Santa really thought he could talk his way out of that whole thing. Webby brings up a good point, that they're for ancient enemies, you two really get along. Santa says that it's just like old times. And this is the last house because they're like parked outside of a little house. And Scrooge says that he's gonna go do it alone.
Yes, and we see this is a very small cabin. I like the details of this house because we're kind of in the middle of we're on the outskirts of wilderness.
Yeah,
it looks like there's a truck in front of the house with logs. We can assume the parent is works at what's the word, a log.
Lumber.
Yeah, like a lumber mill, like they're loggers or something.
Yeah.
There are
we're at near a mountaintop. There's like a river running through. We see the shot.
Yes, yeah. And there are Christmas decorations and stuff on this very small, more cabin than house, I think.
Yeah. This one could be a cabin. The other one, I don't know what that was.
That one is very fancy. Lodge. That's what I was thinking of. The elves live in a lodge.
Yes.
And Webby goes to offer Scrooge, the gift, but he seems to have it already.
Yeah.
And he goes off alone. And so Webby and Santa have a conversation while Scrooge is gone.
Because immediately, Webby sits, on the railing of the sleigh, what's your angle, Claus?
Yeah, she's been swayed by the Christmas thing and by Santa this whole night, and she's straight with him now. She wants to get to the bottom of it. Yeah, why does he do this?
Yeah, what's your motivation? Because she's you give all of these gifts and you get nothing. You expect nothing from it all. I just realized that Scrooge had the gift, even though she was handing. I had not noticed that detail when you pointed it out.
Yeah, no, it's the weird little it's the weird little Like,
if it should be the last one.
Yeah, why are there two? How does he already have it ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You discover new things every day.
Like when he didn't realize Glomgold's plan in they put a moonlander on the Earth.
Hey Anna, I'm someone that until a few years ago didn't get that the joke of every kiss begins with K for K Jewelers was like the K in kiss. I didn't realize that until my brother pointed it out. He still makes fun of me every time he sees an ad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sometimes we just don't think.
So Webby's questioning Santa, but Santa's intentions are completely altruistic.
Yeah. That's what he's devoted his life to. Yeah.
What's your angle, Claus? You just deliver all these gifts for free and expect nothing out of it?
Oh, I get the greatest gift of all. A warm heart. The joy of giving just to give, without a thought of getting. That's not an angle. That's Christmas.
And Webby mentions, like, she's like, you two are like the perfect pair, like two red-coated, mythical, immortal beings traveling the world. Like, that's why they dated.
Yes.
They had so much in common.
And honestly, if they had stayed together, I think Santa's whole plan would be a lot more streamlined.
Yeah. Because I think what we're gonna see later is that Scrooge was the one that was making the plan.
Yes.
Like So Santa does not know how to.
No, Santa needs oversight. Like I said, it's a miracle he's done this for so long.
And yeah, so Webby asks, like, what happened then if you all were like this perfect pair? And Santa says, the worst Christmas of my life. And we go to a flashback.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Their breakup. And so we go back, we see Santa in the lodge, in the elf lodge, and we get this brief shot of him looking a little upset.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's come to a decision.
Yes, and he knows that Scrooge is not gonna like it.
No. Right before Scrooge comes in, singing very cheerfully.
Yeah.
And, like, he gets along with the elves now. I mean, they're definitely not elves.
Jingle coal, jingle coal, jingle coal away. Oh, what fun to warm your home for a halfpenny a day. Hey!
And
he really got sidelined with this breakup.
Scrooge?
Yeah. Well, then again, he is the one. Whatever. But he seems very happy about the situation up till now.
Because yes. Because if he goes in, they're singing Jingle Coal instead of Jingle Bells, which is fun. And so Scrooge joins Santa, and I love Scrooge laughs, like the Santa laugh.
Yeah.
Like this brief moment, like what could have been.
Yes, two Santas. Imagine life with two Santas.
Two Santas married to each other.
Yeah. Oh my God, the world. Society of.
I think that's an existing book already.
Is it?
There's a children's book about it. Yeah.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, like you said, Scrooge has planned out the route.
Yeah, and he's got even like carrots for the reindeer. Like they're gonna. So it's Christmas Eve, and they're gonna take flight at dawn, is what he says.
Yes, because I mean, from Scrooge's point of view, I mean, up to now, this is a business that they're running. They're going to like fly around the world delivering coal and sell it.
Yeah, on Christmas Day. Yeah.
Solid plan for 1890, whatever. People need coal at this point.
Yeah.
They don't understand sustainable fuel sources don't exist yet.
No, they also don't realize the health implications of burning coal inside their house.
No, they don't.
No. So
they get a pass. They don't know the science yet.
No. And Santa is kind of like, okay, so the new plan. I thought maybe we could go tonight so that people can wake up to a surprise on Christmas morning. And Scrooge is like, you old softy, like, they can't pay for the coal if they don't, like, if we're not there.
Yes, I love Santa just changing the plan on him last minute, literally last minute. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, I was thinking we could give the coal away for free.
Yeah. And Scrooge, like, does, like, a big old spit take of, like, cocoa, I think, hot chocolate.
Yeah. Or coffee.
Or coffee.
Hot brown liquid.
And he's just like, I am not going to participate in free handouts. And I'm like, this is the bitch Scrooge that I know.
I know. I mean, yeah, this is the guy who, like, he's like, I had to work hard for everything. I'm not going to give, like, my hard work away for free.
Yeah. Santa's like, but we can't charge people on Christmas. And he tries to convince Scrooge that it's like, you know, like, think of it like a promotion, you know, a gift to warm their hearts. And Scrooge is very upset, like, no, like, we're warming up their homes, like, who gives a shit about their hearts?
Yeah, like, this is a business we're running.
Yeah.
But
Santa's like, I care, like, I care about their hearts.
But I love, Scrooge isn't completely, shutting him down. He is trying to get him to understand. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not Scrooge just yelling at him. It is him. Like, it is still a softer Scrooge. Like, he still very much trusts Santa.
Yeah. He like, you can see him, like, kind of, like, compose himself for a moment.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, like, be practical about this. Like, we're the perfect team. Like, you know, like, I provide the coal and the know-how. But he says you trick people of letting you into their homes with your whole, like, Christmas's magic act. And yeah, he kind of does cross the line because Santa's like, it's not a fucking act. He would never curse. It's not a fucking act.
It's not an act. A warm heart can carry you through the coldest times. Christmas is magic.
Giving things away for free? That's not magic, that's a terrible business plan. We may as well give away your ridiculous toys.
Well, maybe I will.
And Scrooge is very upset at the thought of giving things away because that's not magic. Like, that's a terrible business plan.
Yeah. And they're both standing by this point. Like, they've both gotten so upset that they're standing. Mm-hmm. And Scrooge gives Santa an ultimatum.
Yeah. He literally says, it's either your stupid idea or it's me. He should have just dropped the coat for the drama of it all.
But no, he tells Scrooge, he tells Santa that Santa's one of his only friends. Like, he doesn't have a lot of those, and that he doesn't want to ruin this between them. Mm-hmm.
And,
But yeah, he gives Santa the choice, and Santa chooses Christmas.
Yeah. Imagine, like, I'm gonna say your significant other choosing a holiday.
No.
Not the sting.
Like, thinking of it logically, like giving, like, this weird, like, giving people things away for free thing, and then, like, a business plan that you've created to, like, sustain your lives.
Yeah, like, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, yeah, he's upset. I mean, it's probably, like, one of the first betrayals he ever experienced.
I think, but, like, putting it in the context of life and times, this is a younger Scrooge who hasn't met Goldie and thus been betrayed there. Yeah, this is, like, one of his first genuine betrayals.
Did Santa replace the Goldie first betrayal plotline?
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
just from context clues, yes.
I love that for them.
It's great. I had a thought. But yeah, when Santa chooses, Scrooge looks so upset.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But yes, Scrooge storms off. Olivia says that his Christmas thing will never catch on.
God, imagine just how angry. That's why he gets so angry.
Yeah.
Can't walk into a goddamn mall without...
I know, without seeing Santa's face everywhere and proof. That Santa was able to do it without him.
Yeah. It's really disorganized, and who knows how it's lasted this long, but...
I know.
I mean, Santa has the heart to make it work.
He does. But yeah, as soon as Scrooge is gone, Santa sits down like, oh God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I have no plan.
No. Scrooge took all the know-how with him.
Yes. I guess he just took the map that Scrooge had made and, like, probably based it off that.
Yeah.
But, the definitely not elves are actually elves!
Oh, wow, they take off their hats. Little pointy ears. Wow.
Well, so all the elves, like, offer to help. And we see Santa looking dramatically out the window, watching Scrooge walk away into the snow.
Yeah, there he goes. The one that got away.
Never to see each other again for 100 years.
Damn. Thinking about him every Christmas.
God, imagine the first year that Scrooge had to run Santa off his property. So sad.
Oh no.
Tragic.
God. Oh my God. Every time we flash back and Santa has his glasses, I think of the John Mulaney bit. And he had glasses on to demonstrate that a time had passed.
2 years later for a different checkup, and as I was leaving, who did I run into but Batman? And he smiled at me, and he was wearing reading glasses to show that time had passed.
We return from the flashback into Santa looking very sad. And, yeah, Webby also being upset. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I mean, that Christmas has a sad origin story.
Oh God, yeah. It's a sad breakup. And yeah, Santa explains that that's why he was excited to work with Scrooge again, because, you know, he wants to make up whatever they did, the wrongs. And he says that, you know, after all of this, there's one more gift to give, and that's for him, for Scrooge.
And Webby goes to look inside the sack of presents, and which is full of gifts.
Yes.
And she asks Santa,
Yeah, like, oh, is it under all of these, like, toys? And immediately Santa's like, what do you mean toys? Like
other toys,
yeah. And yeah, it's like full to the brim, basically.
Yeah. And so Webby's like, wait, so if the sack of toys is still full, what have we been delivering? And Santa has this moment of, like, immediate dread. Like, oh, shit. Something, we messed up.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And this twist, when I watched it for the first time, took me by such surprise.
Yeah. Especially because I am just now realizing all of, like, the malicious faces that Scrooge pulls throughout that I just had not... Because it's like one of those things, like, visually, I would just focus on Santa Claus, because he's so big.
Yeah.
And, yeah, now I'm just like, this bitch.
I mean, it's been Scrooge, like, kind of in the background of shots, like, where it's not the focus isn't on him. Well, yeah, he'll make some of these faces.
Yeah. We go back to the mansion, and it's Louis that's up, because he wants to get a peek at the presents.
Yes. And... he opens his gift, his extra gift from Santa, and it's a lump of coal with an invoice.
This man could not even just give the coal away.
Coal, which is like the worst fuel you can probably use now.
Yeah.
And does it say how much he's charging? I think it's $1 something, but I can't exactly tell.
I feel like I see one something, but I
think there's a tax too, though. Like, and we don't know what he's taxing them.
Yeah, because then it turns into like cartoon writing.
Yeah, well, it's being covered by the lump of coal.
Yeah,
it's like one piece of coal. Was that a 6? I can't tell.
Oh my God, that bitch. Oh, that reveal, because it goes from the coal that Louis holding to Scrooge, like. With his thing of coal, and he just has this, like, devious face, and I'm just like, oh my God, you bitch.
This bitch. Like, this sinister smile. Yeah. Like, he's getting one over on the world.
Yes. I was remembering, I think my brother and I watched this episode this episode, The Night Before Christmas, because he hadn't seen it.
Which one?
The Night Before Christmas, like the movie. He had never seen it. And then The Grinch, and I was like, why have we watched 3 movies that all have like a gift replacement scene in them?
Why is that such a popular trope?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess like people finding fucked up shit in their gift or nothing in some cases is really fun. God.
So Scrooge jumps down the chimney and like very luckily avoids the like still burning fireplace. Mm-hmm. It's like smoldering, but there is still fire.
Yeah. People are gonna no longer get like useless trinkets that get played with once and then tossed aside. Like, he's giving the people what they want.
Yeah, what they need.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, what they need specifically.
And he arrives, so we're inside the cabin that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And that the little girl here, she's asleep on like this really ratty kind of couch. I assume she's waiting up for Santa.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But, like the fire's dying and there's no heating because it's a wooden cabin.
Immediately Scrooge is like, oh, like this room really needs some warmth. And yeah, she's like, she has her little like footy pajamas, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like a little bundle.
The blanket fell off of the little girl. She's a little pig child.
Yeah.
And he goes to cover her with the blanket, but she wakes up as he's doing this, and immediately goes, stranger danger.
Yeah, she just throws a couple punches and just
and then she hits him in the face.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. And yeah, she's like gonna go defend herself even more, and Scrooge is just like, oh my god, like Jesus, you got that quite a right hook there.
but then she actually sees him and she thinks it's Santa.
Yes. I mean, mystery man in red in your home on Christmas Eve.
I mean,
what else would it be?
Yes. And she apologizes for punching him. Mm-hmm. But he's like, no, it's on me. Like, coming down the chimney is like, major creep fest coming down the chimney.
And he's like, yeah, like next year I recommend laying some traps. And I love the little girl's knowledge of traps and weapons in the scene.
Yes.
Because she's like, should it be like a snare or like a deadfall?
Yeah, and he says that even like a good fire will work. And he gives her gift, the coal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she opens it up. She's like, oh, like what is this? And
what kind of toy is this? I think she asks.
Yes, what kind of toy is this?
And I think he says it's like the most powerful resource we have. Yeah. And she's like, love?
No.
Gross.
Yeah, she gets big old cartoon like cute eyes. And he's like, whoa, no.
But we see that she turns her lump of coal into like a doll, like immediately.
Yeah.
And she's playing with it. And she introduces herself to the doll.
Mm-hmm. Her name is Jennifer.
Yes.
And the lump of coal is called Colette.
Colette, yeah. And Scrooge at first is like, okay, but it'd be better if you burned it, like you used it for fire.
Yeah.
But this is her doll now.
And Scrooge is very much like confused. Like he doesn't get. He's kind of like, she would be worth more to you in the practical sense of keeping this house warm. Instead of just like being a little toy.
What kind of toy is this?
One of our most powerful resources.
Love?
Now, coal!
Hi, I'm Jennifer. What's your name? I'm Colette.
You can use that to stoke the fire and heat things up. Here.
No, don't hurt Colette! I love her so much already!
And he kind of like has this like outburst like, when I was a kid, like I would have killed for a lump of coal on Christmas. It's not the frivolous thing that you want, but it's a practical gift, that's going to last.
Yeah, the thing that you need.
Yeah, it's the thing you need. Like, you need it to give you warmth on like, even just one night, it's worth it.
Because Jennifer's saying that if he burns Colette, she'll be gone forever.
Yeah.
And while he's looking at it in the very strict practical sense, she's looking. For her, it's something. As a toy, it's something that she can keep.
Yeah.
and I mean, will keep her happy for days.
Mm-hmm. Because she says, a warm heart can carry you through the coldest times. And yeah, this is kind of when Scrooge realizes that he's fucked it up.
Yeah, he gets his moment of perspective. Like he's looking at his childhood now from his, I mean, like his very like affluent and like his now has a life with means. Looking back on his life, and he's looking at it in a very practical, clinical sense. Mm-hmm. Like I would have needed coal.
Yes, and even then, like I doubt that. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Because like I don't know, like kids want, like I'm like my thought like throughout watching this whole episode was kind of like, because I saw some people upset like back when this aired of like,
what do you mean this episode, it's Christmas Eve today.
It's Christmas Eve today. I will see people that were upset, that will be upset about like I guess that Scrooge could have provided for her, but to me it's like I don't know, like as a fellow poor kid, like poor kids deserve toys as well. Mm-hmm. Like as when you're a kid, you may not understand like practical things like socks or like things like that we need are important, but I don't know, like you also deserve a toy, you know, like I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Like me, like now as a grown up, like my mom will be like, oh, why don't we get like your cousins like something like they'll use for a long time, and I'm always like I get that, but like kids also deserve like a little toy, like something that they want. Like I don't know, like to me it's also important to me to get like, if I know that they like something, I'm like, oh, why don't we get like so and so like a Minecraft toy. Like I don't know, like because to me as a kid there were some Christmases where it wasn't possible for my family to give us gifts, so things would become really practical, and it is upsetting. Like I remember the last time that happened, I was like a teenager, I think. Just things piled up, you know, sometimes you can't pay things, you don't have money, and it was still like, I remember being so bitter. Like I understood the situation, but I was still like, I would have loved to have received like a tiny trinket. You know, like that guy, I don't know. I'm gonna cry. To me, like it's, like or even like the memories of spending like a Christmas with your family, or like giving like you and I give gifts each other. It's like, you know, like a thing that you like to me, I don't know, maybe I'm a gift giving person. Like that holds power, and it's not the practical thing. And I understand like thinking like, he's like, he could have given her money and to fix the situation. But I don't think like, I don't know, you deserve to have like a nice memory, a nice toy. She's obviously like having fun with the little chunk of coal. Like it would just distress her. And I don't know, kids deserve a little Minecraft toy too. No matter what.
Yeah. No, God. No, God, 100%. Yeah, I mean, because I mean, we have Scrooge. I mean, like I said, I mean, Scrooge, I mean, he's seeing everything from his point of view now, like what he would have needed as a kid.
Yeah,
like he's looking back practically, what I would have needed then, not what I wanted.
Yeah, because I bet as a child he also wanted a toy.
Yeah, like or a pet.
Yeah, a pet.
Whiskers. His family couldn't afford a pet, and so they had a clump of hair and feathers that was their pet.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't need a pet, but he wanted one.
Yeah, it's very easy to see it, like, as an adult and be like, practical gifts over everything, especially if you have a bad, like, financial situation. But you deserve little, like, delights, like, especially little kids. They deserve, like, a paper doll or something, like a book of paper doll. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, Scrooge, you also wanted a toy. I know you did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I mean, 100%. And Scrooge here finally gets his perspective. And Jennifer's a super cute kid. I should say Jennifer is a reference to the saddest comic in existence.
And I actually read this one because it's really short.
It's very short. It is an Uncle Scrooge. What did I just say? It is an Uncle Scrooge comic story, 'Tis the Season, by Bob Foster and Mike Peraza. who does, I think does he also do the art for the credits in this episode too?
Oh, did he?
I know he did for Last Christmas. Oh, I think it might have just been Last Christmas.
Yeah, I don't think they have the special. Yeah, this one.
And it's a comic where Scrooge reads letters from Jennifer that he's collected over the years. Jennifer, in that comic, is because we see she starts writing to him as a little girl, when because her mother is very sick. Yeah. And she's asking him, I think, for help. Yeah, to pay medical bills. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we see each comic page is the next letter. Mm-hmm. Over the years, and we see her writing change from a little girl's to slightly older, until she's an adult. Yeah. And it goes from her mother does pass away, but Scrooge paid for all of her medical bills. Yeah. Sent flowers to her funeral. Mm-hmm. Paid for Jennifer's college. Paid her tuition fees, and went to her graduation. Mm-hmm. And it's just this. I'm gonna cry just talking about the comic. But it's a really, really incredibly heartwarming comic. I'll definitely
it's beautifully illustrated.
Yes,
as well.
Mike Peraza, yeah, amazing artist. I'll probably put the link or the images. And yeah, when I heard that she was the kid was named Jennifer, I'm like, oh, don't you dare! The saddest comic in existence. Yeah, like the most heartwarming. It's super sad, but incredibly heartwarming.
Yeah, it's heartwarming, sad, and then the last image kind of punches you in the gut because you're just like, oh, if only you knew. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very, yeah. Oh, Scrooge.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrooge. Yeah, so Scrooge is realizing he fucked up. Yeah, yeah. Properly kind of tucks the blanket around Jennifer. And he sits on the couch having his existential crisis. Yeah.
And I love that Jennifer's just like, okay, back to sleep.
Yeah. Well, she's holding her doll.
Yeah.
And, okay. My favorite scene, which is a second long, of Santa kicking in the door, looking pissed as all hell.
Stuff me stockings, what have I done? I've got to fix this before...
Scrooge! You delivered coal instead of gifts all night!
Because this whole time his voice has been very calm and a very happy tone to it. And here he's growling upset. And yeah, he kind of comes in very I'm gonna punch
Yeah. Yeah, he looks ready to punch Scrooge. Santa grew a spine in the last 100 years. Yeah. I really like this shot of him encroaching on Scrooge. When we see the shadow coming over him, and Scrooge doesn't stand up to defend himself or anything. No, because he's he's
fucked it up.
Yeah, he knows he fucked up. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Santa is pissed.
And I love that Jennifer sits up again, and she's like, "Oh my god, 2 Santa Claus,
2 Santas!" And I love, Santa very quickly is like, "Oh, hello, Jennifer. Yeah, ho ho ho."
Here's the what's it called? Eleanor Roosevelt doll you asked
Yes,
for.
I love this little girl wants a doll of the what president was Franklin Roosevelt?
Oh, I don't know.
30 something? That might be too high.
I don't know.
Oh, I was right. 32nd president. I'm not a complete history failure. Yeah, I love this is what this kind of weird little girl wanted.
Yeah, and it's very kind of cute. It looks
Eleanor Roosevelt. It's fun. And I love now Webby is here to lay into Scrooge.
Yeah. Yeah, so Webby's who the hell uses coal anymore?
Yeah. Except to teach kids not to be naughty.
Yeah. You literally ruined Christmas. Oh my god, Scrooge. I just realized he jumps when he sees her because she's suddenly there in front of him.
Yeah. And love Scrooge quickly gets defensive. Oh, I ruined Christmas. What about Santa and his broken leg? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think Santa kicked in the door with his supposedly broken leg.
And yeah, it's like Scrooge, you literally just had this epiphany. You admitted to yourself you were wrong, and yet you're on the defensive.
I mean, I guess, yeah, he's like, okay, I really fucked up. I'm panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says to Santa, how could you let me ruin Christmas?
Like, oh my god, those are fighting words, Scrooge.
I love. I mean, he admits that he did ruin Christmas.
Sorry, to reference SpongeBob this episode, the part where Scrooge, where Patrick is like something like working overtime. Oh, this is what I get for working overtime, and SpongeBob's reaction, overtime. That's just how I imagine Santa will respond, like, I did it. I let you ruin Christmas.
I think you're a man with your own free will who chose to go out of your way and ruin my holiday.
Yeah, you filled your little, like, infinity pockets with coal, brought your own boxes, or I don't know.
I know, this is premeditated.
Yeah, this is premeditated. I think no matter what, you were planning to do this, Scrooge.
Oh, shit. Like, Santa just presented him with the opportunity. Like, Santa's like, help me. And Scrooge is like, how can I turn his goodwill against him?
Yeah. That'll teach him to come to my house.
Looking for help.
Yeah, this is all on you, Scrooge. What the fuck?
But I mean, Santa kind of guilts him. He's like, well, I had faith in you.
Yeah.
That you would, do the right thing, because he wanted to finally have a Christmas with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Feel guilty, Scrooge.
Yeah, feel guilty. Oh my god, like... And then Webby's like, Santa Claus willing to risk Christmas. And he's like, because he wanted to spend it with me.
The height of romance, though, again, Scrooge does not deserve Santa.
No, not at all. Like, had he just, like, been like, okay, I fucked up, I'm like, okay, maybe valid. But the fact that you say, how could you let me ruin Christmas? Kids believe in you. Like, no, never.
You chose to do this.
You had choices. I'm, like, waving around a brush that I found.
You are.
Yeah. I'm very excited about this. Yeah. Just, like, every time I rewatch it and I get that scene, I just roll my eyes so hard at Scrooge.
It's funny. Yeah, I think it's funny. He's like, how could you let me ruin Christmas?
Overtime.
I can't get the shot of Santa kicking in the door. Absolutely pissed to high hell out of my head. It's so funny.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love just... I'm gonna kick your ass, Scrooge. Oh, hi, Jessica. Jennifer. Like, hi, Jennifer. Oh, God. And here's a moment where I'm just like, had they just punctuated with this with a kiss, it would have been normal, because immediately after Scrooge is like, yeah, he wanted to spend it with me, Santa's like, I can't help it. We make a great team.
And he puts his arm around Scrooge.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
That was smooth as all hell.
But Webby points out that, I mean, how are they going to, like, replace all the gifts in time? That they're running out of time. We see that dawn is quickly approaching, and Santa does give up.
Yeah, and also, like, the Feliz Navidad diamond is running out of power.
Yes, yeah. But that Scrooge, the man with the plan, basically tells them that they're going to divide and conquer.
Yes. We get another montage, kind of.
Yeah, the whole family's been called up, and they're each riding on one of the reindeer, and they've been delivering all the gifts, and they're done.
Yeah.
We see Launchpad. Sorry.
Change of heart. She's still carrying the bat, though. But she's saying that delivering presents was better than destroying Santa. And she, like, hits Donald?
Yeah, she just tosses the bat and it hits Donald on the head.
Fun shenanigans.
Yes, and Little Launchpad, who is Jewish, is like, I have no, like, feelings about this holiday whatsoever. What if I just crash this reindeer?
What if I just end it once?
I'm in tears. Why could sweater. They just put Hanukkah Launchpad in his Hanukkah shirt, in his sweater. I mean,
and I'm happy we got these 2 seconds of Launchpad content.
We haven't seen him since Let's Get Dangerous.
I'm starving here. I'm a Joe McQuack stan. How am I supposed to live with that?
I can't breathe. Oh my god.
And no, but Beakley's immediately like, I don't think so.
Yeah, don't you fucking dare total one of Santa's reindeer.
Total reindeer.
And of course, Santa and Scrooge are sharing a reindeer.
Before that, Webby is really happy that they've saved Christmas. He's on board for the whole thing now. But yeah, I wrote in my notes, this whole next scene is filled with beats that they could have added a reconciliation smooch to.
Because, Santa and, Santa's saying that they have one present left to deliver. Mm-hmm. And it's to Scrooge. It's the gift he was telling Webby that he wanted to give to Scrooge. Mm-hmm. And it's the jingle bells that he used to tame the reindeer way, way back. And it says McDuck and Claus delivery on the side.
What a gesture.
It's so sweet. And Scrooge has a gift for Santa. Mm-hmm. I love it looks like a what is it, car keys, right? Like a car.
Car keys.
And I love Santa's cool.
Thanks.
It's like, if I ever need to open my garage, for the car I do not have, or the garage. Yeah, but we see they're riding the reindeer. They pass over this cloud cover, and we see the mansion. Yeah. And Scrooge tells them to push the button, and it disables all of the Santa traps.
Oh, cool. Now I could open my car door from afar, if I had a car.
Hit the button. The traps are off. You're welcome at my home anytime. Just don't come down the chimney like some creep.
And they hug. And it's funny just because Santa's so massive compared to Scrooge.
He holds him so gently.
I know. But yeah, they hug, and it's very sweet. Mm-hmm. And that's the end. We get this this nice shot of the reindeer, flying in front of the moon.
Mm-hmm. And we get a nice, happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Yes. And that is the end of How Santa Stole Christmas. Wow. More like how Scrooge stole Christmas. Jesus.
Yeah. God. It's so funny, but I'm like, oh my god, Scrooge, what the fuck?
The nerve.
The nerve. You literally, just learned this lesson to yourself, and yet you have the nerve.
But, yeah, that's the episode. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was glad to see Santa. Mm-hmm. I like their take on Santa. He was fun.
Yeah. I like that we were correct 100%.
Well, we were.
Okay, 80%.
80%.
80%. Yeah. And yeah, I liked it. Do you prefer this one, or which Christmas episode do you prefer?
We have a question about that, okay. So I'll talk about it then. Heyo, Editor Anna here. We received about 40 minutes worth of questions, so we decided to split our episode and put the questions into a separate episode that you can listen to right after this. So sorry for the interruption, and let's go back to the episode. I believe that is all for us. Thank you for listening to this, and for joining us for this DuckTales Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. We are looking forward to the finale. We'll see what goes on there. Obviously, we have several episodes still to review before the finale. I'm currently in grad school. Faby is in the process of graduating soon.
Finally! It's my last week of my last quarter.
So we're both very busy.
Yeah.
Which is why I know we don't talk too much about why it takes so long for us to get these episodes out, but that is why.
Yes.
So yeah, so thank you for sticking around and listening to this, and for listening to all of our past episodes, and hopefully our future ones.
Yes, I'm always in awe that y'all listen to so much content from us.
Yeah. If you, definitely recommend following us on Twitter. That's where we post the bulk of our news. I'm the social media person, so it's almost always me talking. Post news about episodes, fan art that we retweet, all of that. News about it when our merch store is on sale also goes on Twitter. That is at Amores Patos on Twitter.
You can also find us at Tumblr if you want to send us questions, comments, reactions to the finale, I guess.
Yes. I think we'll definitely do like a finale, like retrospective, probably, like our favorite episodes from each season, and talk about the characters we like the most, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, we'll host an awards show.
Yes.
But yeah, you can find us at Amores Patos podcast.tumblr.com.
If you don't have a Twitter or a Tumblr and you would like to send us questions, you can send us questions at amorespatospodcast@gmail.com. And we have a merch store, like I mentioned. The link will be in the description, and we often have sales.
Yes.
So that's $13 shirts, I think $8 masks, $2 stickers, and a lot more. If you want to go check that out, we have lots of fun designs that I have been slaving over.
Yeah.
For weeks and months.
I survived the Glom Wheel shirts.
Yes.
Which I'm currently wearing.
Yes, you are. And once Disneyland is safe and open, we will descend there en masse wearing our Glom Gold Glom Wheel shirts.
Yes, we will all look like one big family reunion with the same shirt.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
And thank Michael at Spintrick for our lovely cover art. And that'll be all for us. Merry DuckTales Christmas, listeners, and Jingle Call the Way.
Jingle Call the Way.
Duckburg Christmas is a time for peace and giving and spreading joy to all. And when long past friends have made amends, good cheer will never end on Duckburg Christmas.